Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show. Today I've got another delicious, comforting meal for you. This is called Massaman Curry. It's a Thai dish and it's rich and creamy and it just makes you feel good. And it's all plant-based because that's what this show is about. So we're gonna get right into it. I've already got my pan started preheating and I've got a few tablespoons of water because we're gonna water saute. Very important, we're not gonna oil saute, we're just gonna water saute. Get the water in there. We're gonna start off first with our onions, potatoes, carrots, and garlic. We're just gonna get them in there and start them cooking. I discovered this dish about a year ago in this Thai restaurant that we like to go to, and I don't typically like Thai food, but my family loves Thai food, so every once in a while I have to give in and go get Thai food with them. And I found this dish, and typically it has chicken in it, but at this restaurant they actually offer a vegetarian version, and you can also add tofu. So the first few times I just got vegetable, and it was delicious. I loved it. And then the next few times I tried it with tofu, and that just took it to a whole nother level. But we're just going to do it with the vegetables tonight, just to show you how it can all just be plants and it can still be warm and comforting and a great stew. So we'll probably get those cooking for just a few minutes, 5 minutes or so, and then we'll start adding the other ingredients. But the next part I'm going to show you, this is the sauce, or part of the sauce. I've got about a cup of water here, and I'm doing it with a magic bullet. You can do it with any kind of blender, just as long as it can, pulverize a date. You don't want to have big chunks of date or ginger. So we're just going to put in the dates and ginger. And this is tamarind paste. And I get it in a package. It says seedless, but it's not seedless. You still have to separate the little seeds out. And that's what gives it the really delicious tangy flavor. So we're just gonna blend that up first while our stuff is cooking. Okay, it looks like we got all the chunks out of there. That's pretty good. Okay, this is still going pretty good. I turn that up a little bit, get this process rolling a little bit. Now the other thing you're going to need is, this is lemongrass, and there's cumin, turmeric, and cinnamon. The lemongrass, it's a little bit difficult to find, so I ended up ordering it online, and it comes in a package like this, and it's actually, I'll show you, it's kind of big chunks, but it's dried, if you can see. And trust me, if you cook it with these chunks in there, you're always going to get this big chunk of, it's almost like chewing onion skins if you've ever caught a few onion skins that didn't get taken out of your onions. So I take out a bunch and I grind it in the same thing, the magic bullet, until it's a fine powder. And sometimes I take a little strainer and I kind of sift it a little bit because sometimes the big chunks don't grind down very well. And trust me, it's worth it. And the lemongrass is it's a very marked flavor for this dish, so you really need it. So order it online. It's not super expensive and it will last you forever. So now stuff's rolling a little bit better. And this stew is actually very easy. You don't even have to pre-cook the onions and the carrots and everything. You can really just throw all this stuff in there together. But I like to keep my broccoli a little bit fresher, so I kind of wait till the end. I like to have it a little bit crunchy still. The rest of the stuff you want soft. Okay, so I'm just going to add some of the other ingredients. We've got our coconut milk here, and I've got one regular coconut milk and one light coconut milk. And that just keeps the calories down a bit. And if you want to do both light, that's fine. Your sauce just isn't going to be quite as rich or thick. But it's still delicious. So we're just going to add that in there. Okay. And the next thing is Thai red curry paste. You want to be sure it's the red curry paste. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of that. And then a half a cup of peanut butter. Trust me, oh, that just makes it so rich and creamy. So yeah, this dish isn't super low fat. So if you're really, if you're worried about watching your fat content, or you're really just into weight loss, doing a plant-based diet, you might want to either just keep it with a light coconut milk or just have a really small serving, because it still is really rich. Then we're going to add our spices in. And our sauce here. Get this open. Okay, I'm just going to stir it up a bit, and we're going to let this cook for probably about a half an hour. Oops, and I forgot the water. You actually need to add 4 cups of water to this, which I will do in a few minutes. But let it cook down for about 30 minutes, and then you'll add your broccoli in and cook that down for 5 to 10 minutes. It's really up to you how fresh you like it. If you really like it more crunchy, maybe 5 minutes. If you like it to be softer, go towards 10. And that's basically it. It's basically done at that point. So we're just gonna let it cook. Okay, guys, we're back and it's done. Like I said before, I added the water to it and then I let it cook down for about 25 minutes, and then I added the broccoli, but I probably cooked it more like 10 minutes. So the broccoli is a little bit softer. And the last thing we're gonna add is the Bragg's liquid amino acids, because you always wanna add your salt last, because then the stew doesn't have a chance to absorb it all, and the taste just kind of disappears. So this will leave it so you don't have to add as much. So all that's left is for the taste. Get a little scoop here. Some broccoli. Okay. Ah, it's always hot. Get a little bite. It's so good. And the carrots are still a little bit crispy. Broccoli's still a little bit crispy. Delicious. Another one you're gonna love. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Mm-mm-mm.